What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? It's me. I'm L3027. You know who I am?
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose, honey.
He's about the business of dipping spoons into sugar bowls. Anyway, real girls do real things. So as to make it easier for insertion, maybe?
No means no, and yes means no.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, what's up, what's up? What is up, people? It's me, L3027, and I am back for yet another review. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be our review for Chasing Dallas. It is season 4. It is episode 4. It is entitled Don't Mess With My Best Friend's Man. Listen, y'all. Listen. I don't... Let me tell y'all something. I don't know how much more I can do. The combination of Robert, Ray, and DeAndre mixed in and sprinkled in with an assortment of Londy's morphing into the Incredible Hulk and yelling, "Girl, I can't do it. I can't. Girl, I'm going to try to make it through. I'm going to give you this good review. Baby, I don't know if I can make it to next week, honey. Because, girl, I can't. DeAndre, Robert Ray, and the little man that could morphing into the Incredible Hulk, baby, I can't do it. I can't. So let's get through this. We start off with the aftermath of the fight. They still around there at the Trey Howard house. Astro yelling, Londy yelling, Sean come late. Girl, I just can't. All this yelling was just way too much. Everybody want to prove I'm big and bad. Oh, I can yell the loudest. Oh, this, that, and the third. Baby, I would have been Kiki. I would have been sitting right there on the side, or probably not saying nothing, or probably would have left. Because I don't get into all that fighting and carrying on. Baby, it's not that serious. But, Baby, that's when I get my bag, pick up my bags, grab my keys, and punch it on home. I got drinks at the house. Baby, I can go have me a drink on my own. Anyway, um, so I told y'all Sean came late after everything had done broke up. By the time we look up, Dior done left and went down to the parking garage. Trey goes after him. Baby, at this point, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I really didn't care. I didn't care anything about the fight. I didn't care about anything going on with the fight. I just don't have the strength or bandwidth to give a shit. But they talk about the fact that Dior says he believes it's a setup or whatever. Girl, I don't know. Everybody said they think it's a setup. I don't know. I really don't care. Honestly, I just don't care. But anyway, um, Kiki downstairs with his friends half-ass naked, showing the world his body with sweat glistening off his body and his pecs and shit. Mama got the tatas out, showing the people what they want to see, giving them something they can feel with his friends. Now, the friends, they weren't looking as good as Kiki. But y'all, Kiki saying he's not here for the fighting. Baby, I stay at home. I smoke weed all the time. I write a couple raps. I blow a couple backs out. And I keep it moving. That's all I want to do. Stay home, smoke a blunt, get some head, smoke a blunt, write a rap, smoke a blunt, blow somebody's booty hole and back out, smoke a blunt, go to sleep, repeat the next day. I guess, girl, I didn't hear nothing mixed in there about a job nowhere in America. But I don't know, the man might have a real nice job. I don't know, child. Y'all let me know. Anyway, I just really made that up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just really talking about these people. I don't know these people from Adam. Kiki, you seem like a real nice guy. I probably should be saying all this stuff about you. I'm sorry. People that came at me and said I be real mean in my reviews. Let me dial it back and be nice. Let me be the nice. Happy little Teddy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. Girl. DeAndre is talking inside to Ted Lee and I don't know who else. He's talking to Ted Lee and Londy. Like I told y'all, at this point I had ceased from caring. Especially, I really didn't give a shit what DeAndre had to say. Like, why are you on my television screen? Why? Why are you here, DeAndre? Why? Why do you breathe? Robert came real late. And Mama went on and on and on about, my color was naked. I ain't have on no drawers. I was slanging and banging. Robert, we didn't care. Real girls do real things. Baby, if your dick flopping around like that, if you swinging for the fences, if you large and in charge, shit like that, we'll see it. You ain't got to tell us. Bitches who got real dick ain't got to tell us they got real dick. Baby, we see it. It's apparent. Draws or no draws. It's there. It serves. But I guess, girl, I mean, if you ain't promoting the OnlyFans, then why are you telling us about your dick? This is Chasing Dallas. Now, if you want to promote your OnlyFans, get it how you live. Tell the people how to follow your Twitter, and they can go watch your OnlyFans. But I'm gonna have to lay you out a little bit later, um, Robert. So I save you for later, Robert, because I'm gonna have to lay you out. Screw that, John. We left there. We had Trey Howard's photo shoot. Kiki, Robert, and Sean come. They discussed the fight. I told you I don't care no more. But Trey Howard, Trey, come here, baby. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, doll baby. Love bug, dear one. You need to stop this bullshit with trying to be the peacemaker, trying to carry bones, and then you need to stop this bullshit of trying to just trying to always be the producer of the show while you're on the show. Reese G is gone. We don't need nobody else trying to play castmate or cast member and producer, because I feel like that's what you're trying to do every episode, Trey Howard. You be doing too much. And that's why you end up getting into situations where everybody end up being mad at you, because you're doing too damn much. Sit down somewhere. Mama, sit down somewhere. And I don't have no problem with you, Trey, but you doing too much and you getting too involved in too many people's stuff. Baby, if they want to fight and carry on, let them fight and carry on. And that's just a lesson that you got to learn with age and time. If people want to fight, they going to fight. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Some relationships are not worth salvaging. And this whole trying to salvage this Dior and Robert relationships is toxic. It does not work. Robert ain't shit. Okay? And if you haven't noticed that yet, Trey Howard, you need to put on my glasses. I can let you hold these good glasses, boo. Robert ain't shit. Robert wants no parts of a real relationship with Dior anymore. He doesn't. And you try to be peacemaker and try to make everybody have this kumbaya moment, everybody's going to end up being mad with you. And you're going to be looking around like, well, what everybody mad with me for? Because you try to get into everybody's business. You need to stay out of it. Robert says his best friend came with him ready to fight at the party, and because he used to talk to Kiki, and he's mad that Dior is talking to Kiki. What? So Robert came there with intentions of fighting Dior, but I thought you and Dior squashed everything. Baby, I don't. Jesus God. Last time I checked, Kiki said he was single. Kiki ain't with Dior, ain't claiming Dior, and with Dior. Every time we hear Kiki say, I am single. I don't know what Dior is telling people, but what I know Kiki is what Kiki is saying, and it involves him. He say, I ain't talking to nobody, I'm single. So why the fuck are you? First of all, Robert, you need to stay out of it too. But I'm gonna get to you in a second, Robert. So then Robert jumps and puts 20 on 10 and basically said that the whole fight and everything was Dior's fault. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't watch the episode good last week, but it didn't seem like it was fucking Dior's fault last week. I don't know, but it just goes back to Robert. Robert is one of those slow kids in school. See, Robert, I've seen kids like you before. I've seen the girls like you before, Robert. Sweetheart, love bug, doll baby doll, dear one. Robert ain't all there. Robert ain't all there, but people who ain't all there, they get older, and then they think that age brings knowledge and wisdom, and sometimes it doesn't. And so they have this sense of, well, I'm older and I'm wiser now, and I'm not as slow as I was back in the day. Now they feel like they know a little something. Baby, you still don't know nothing, baby. And so now, and how I can tell is every single situation has to orbit around him in some regard. Oh, don't say my name. If you ever say my name, it's gonna be a problem. Everything is so, you ready to fight over everything. Everything is so personal to you. Everything, you weren't trying to squash no beef with Dior. You wasn't trying to squash a beef with Dior anyway. You wanted the moment on screen. You were surprised Dior came. You maybe didn't want to fight at your event because you paid for that venue and you didn't want to pay the money that it costs to pay, security deposit, so you ain't fight him there. But please be clear, you still ain't squashing no beef with Dior. You lied to us on camera and tried to make us believe that you did when you wanted no parts of squashing the beef. You ready to fight Dior every time. Every time they bring up Dior's name, you find a way to twist it and make it where Dior was at fault or it was about Dior. Girl, boom, boom, girl. Did Dior not blow your back out the way you wanted him to? Did he not give you some coochie the way he wanted him to? Because, baby, you got a lot of smoke for Dior for no reason. And Mama seems real unbothered by you. Baby, you seem real bothered. And every time he's in the room with you, Mama is real unbothered. Baby, did he used to give you some, and maybe you can't get none no more? Girl, I don't know. Because you don't even give me that you was fucking him and you mad. Girl, you give me the anger, the venom and vitriol of a bitch who was getting dick plunged into their womb and they ain't getting it no more. And now they mad because they see other people getting it. Girl, I don't know. But you want to make yourself at the center of every conversation. And girl, it's just not that. You don't want to listen to reason, Robert. Every time we see you in a room, it's either your way, your jaded and skewed way of thinking or seeing the situation. You don't want to listen to reason. You don't want to hear any other opinion. Girl, you are a liability. You always act like you ready to pop off and fight. You ain't trying to listen to and include nobody into the conversation. Girl, you're a liability. If I was these girls, I would ice you out. I would not have you on screen with me. You are a fucking liability. Period. And if these people do not see Robert for who he is a liability. He doesn't want any parts of listening to reason. It's only his way and his way of thinking, and that's it. There's no talking to people like that. That he's a mess. He's like that's what it was. He has this arrested development complex where he's behaving like a 5-year-old where you can't talk to them. He's pouting, he's yelling. Nobody he can't cognitively think well enough or critically think well enough to think that there may be another way to look at something or another way to vantage point with which to see something. He's only seeing it through his skewed and jaded vantage point, not wanting to listen to anybody else. And he puffs and rants and raves and goes on these tantrums like a 5-year-old, and it's a mess. You trying to do all these jokes during the confessional, boo, and they just ain't landing. It's just he's a liability. Get him off my television screen. Moving on, we get to Kiki. She goes to my throat. Kiki goes to back to Morehouse in Atlanta. She hanging out with a few of her kids that went to Morehouse with her. And she's talking about some of the things that she experienced there. She talks about feeling like Morehouse really stunted her transition and stopped her from being able to transition as soon as she probably should have. She says if she went to a co-ed school, it might have been better for her. But then she praised the Morehouse and said that it did teach her a lot of things that have helped her in the ballroom scene. So it was a moment, I guess. Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all from episode 1, I'm not here for these hour, 15 minutes, hour, 30-minute long episodes. I feel like I'm being held hostage. I told y'all 40 to 45 minutes is the sweet spot. That's it. Maybe if it's a real good episode, an hour, but 40 to 45 minutes is the sweet spot. That's it. I feel like I was being held hostage. Jeff goes to see his mom and his brother. I ain't really have a whole lot for this. Like these middle scenes, I ain't really have a whole lot. And I understand you're trying to give me some background and context with some of these people, but I don't think, and let me say this, I don't have to know that someone's been through trauma in order to connect with them. Connection or a bond doesn't have to be made from, trauma. So I don't, and I know a lot of these, the members of the cast may have had, history or a past where they've been through certain things, they've been through trauma and things like that. And that's all well, fine, and dandy. But I don't need to, some of that I don't need to know. And you don't have to try to pull at my heartstrings in order to get me to want to get to know these people. We could have interactions where everything is nice, fun, everything, I just don't, some of it I just don't need. It doesn't make their story more interesting. It doesn't make me want to hear them more. Some people it does, but it doesn't have to be everybody. And I see this pattern where every time we see people interact with people outside of the cast where they may have a moment with where we're learning their backstory, there has to be some trauma involved, and I just don't feel like we need that. We get to Astro because we learned about Jeff and domestic violence in his house growing up, and the fact that he was in an abusive relationship. And my heart goes out to you, but like I said, I don't have to hear, over and over and over everybody that I've been through something all my life I had to fight that everybody's telling me. I don't need that. So then we see Astro's birthday party. Robert energy was off from the beginning. Threw me off from the beginning, just like DeAndre threw me off when we had the colors party. Robert energy immediately threw me off. I wasn't here for it. It's unattractive. It's toxic. I don't even want to watch people like that. Like his energy was just off. the whole episode. Baby, I need you to go down to the Dollar Tree or someone. They sell the little small little shot glasses, Astro. Hey, boo, mama, you could have went down to Party City and bought the little small little, the HEB might sell them, somewhere. You could have went and got the little small. You have a whole birthday party. You bought the little happy birthday or whatever the thing was up there that was taken from the thing. You think you could have picked up a pack of the little shot glass, plastic shot glass cups or whatever? Girl, boom. Anyway, um, where am I at? I lost my place. Oh, so Trey once again with Robert trying to play peacemaker, trying to make Robert and Dior make up, and it's just not working. Robert throwing all these, shots at Dior every chance he get. Astro asking people if he got beat up. I just didn't care. Robert trying to call did he call Sean Bernie Mac or something like that? Something, it just wasn't landing. Your jokes weren't landing. No, Robert, no. No means no, and yes means no. Dior, Dior wasn't really here for Robert. Robert tried to have a moment. Dior was like, girl, I'm not giving you your moment. Girl, this ain't my first season. This ain't my second season. Girl, you won't get a moment out of me. You'll be paid dust. Child. Right, wrong, or indifferent, Robert, you look like the crazy one because you always the one end up yelling, fussing, and fighting while the other person is looking at you like, girl, what? Anyway, Dior says that the guy who was a +1 for DeAndre that he would used to talk to told him that it was a whole setup, that they were supposed to make sure that they don't hit Dior, which makes sense because if y'all remember, I told y'all that guy made sure that he took Dior and got him out of harm's way. Child, a mess. So Robert was going on and on and on. Robert is hell bent on saying that everything is Dior's fault. The reason the sun is too hot in Texas is because Dior made it too hot. The reason the earth is flat or not flat is because of Dior. Everything is Dior's fault. Girl, let it go. Girl. Kiki is there, and Kiki is trying to get a word in because they talking around Kiki as if they're not talking about Kiki. And Kiki is better than me because I would have been mad as fuck. Because the way Robert's energy, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You're irrelevant. Hell yeah, you're mentioning the man's name. Everything you're talking about involves him, and you gonna tell him, Kiki, girl, Kiki. You wasn't supposed to let him do you like that. I'm not saying you got to get into whole fights and carry it on, but like you said in the confessional, he over here talking about you, but over here telling you that you can't get in a conversation that's about you, which goes back to my point. Robert is not trying to listen to reason. Robert can't see this forest through the trees. Robert don't see nothing but whatever is in his mind, whatever's in his brain. Can't see nothing else. Even things that are right there in front of him. Kiki is saying, I'm not talking to nobody. I ain't talking to Dior. I ain't talking to nobody. I ain't talking to your raggedy ass friend either. We ain't been talking for 4 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Dior talking about, oh, well, I don't know where this came from. I just said I was his manager. Now, Dior, Dior, you're a fucking liar. Dior, I don't care who, you may very well have told people that you was his manager. I don't remember you telling us you was his manager. I remember you said you wanted to get into music, or managing music or whatever, and us telling you, girl, you need to let that go. You need to focus on trying to get you a salon. Anyway, but girl, you over here trying to make it like you weren't really putting it out there that you and Kiki were talking. You were. You absolutely were. You didn't try to dial it back. You didn't try to make people. You didn't try to check people. Now Kiki tried to check people. Kiki kept saying, "I'm single. I ain't talking to nobody." But even Kiki, I don't think Kiki was as demonstrative about the fact that me and this dude ain't together. We ain't with each other. He just would say, "I'm single. I'm single." Y'all, like I said, you was a bust down. Kiki came through, blew your back out, or maybe you blew his back out, or maybe it was a flip flop situation. I don't know. Y'all had a good time in the bed. Great. But don't try to make it like you didn't perpetuate or proliferate. I should say that's a better word, proliferate. This notion that you and Kiki were together. Even though, like, and I kept saying it in my review, Kiki say he's single. Kiki say he's single. You ain't trying to do anything to stop those rumors. Dior, you need to stop that, Dior. You need to stop that. But yeah, Robert is a problem. Like I told you, he's a liability at this point. At this point, everybody talking in circles. It's a bunch of people talking. Astro started saying some shit. Sean started. Everybody started talking. I kind of checked the fuck out. I'm like, what is this? Why are we here? What are we talking about? I don't really care. And then I was thinking, um, just don't invite Robert nowhere. Just don't invite him to anything else. Nothing else. Then I said, where the fuck is Jeff? As soon as I said that, we went to the next scene. Jeff went to go see Winter. Is Winter part of the cast, or she a friend of the show? I don't know, because Jeff was acting like she was a part of the cast, but I'm thinking she's a friend of the show because she's not in the opening credits. Child, I don't know. I don't care. She tell him about her mom being sick, and here we are back to the trauma stuff. I don't need. We all go through things. Listen, I could come on this screen and every day talk to y'all about a whole bunch of horrible things that I have either gone through or I'm currently going through. But that doesn't make all the time for great watching or great viewing. I don't need to keep hearing about all of these horrible things. Cause I feel bad that your mom is sick, and we hope she gets better. We praying for her. Blase blue, da 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 da. Baby, we gonna baby, I hope you get well. Go to the hospital, do what you got to do, take your medication, whatever. I don't mean to belittle it, but it's enough at this point. We then get to Londy's party. Oh yeah, and Winter did a performance. Uh, mm, I want them stockings to be just flesh tone. They make flesh tone stockings for black women. I'm just saying. But I guess, honey. Londy's party came. Sean says he had like brunch or munch or whatever you call it. Sean says that he was told that DeAndre and Ted Lee was supposed to be staging a fight where Ted Lee was supposed to throw water on DeAndre or whatnot. And Ted Lee admitted that that was true, that DeAndre did ask him to do that. He agreed, and he said he wasn't going to do it. Now, here's my question, Sean. Who told you that? I got one. We know DeAndre didn't tell you that. It looks like Ted Lee didn't tell you that because you trying to verify with Ted Lee. So either one or two people told you. Either Dior told you because maybe he found that out from his little friend that he used to talk to that's friends with DeAndre, or production told you. Who told you? Inquiring minds want to know. Sean, we'll talk to you tomorrow, Sean. We'll ask you in the doggone interview tomorrow. Who told you? Because I want to know. Um, when DeAndre came, Londi pulled him off to the side to talk to him about stuff. Baby, why invite these people if they are liabilities? I'm not about the business of inviting people to my events and I don't know how they're gonna behave. If you was that concerned about how DeAndre was going to behave, you should not have invited him. Now I get it. Production told you this is an all call casting call. Everybody on the goddamn casting list got to be at this event. Clear your schedules. Do what you got to do. Everybody need to be there. But girl, he took him in the room with Trey Howard. DeAndre said he appreciate Londi talking to him, but he got his eyes on Trey Howard. Oh well. Drop my pen. Damn it. He got his eyes on Trey Howard. Whatever. Astro came. Baby Astro, did you have on drawers? Cause I swore I saw the crack of your ass, Astro. I don't. Mama looked like she ain't having no drawers in them overalls. I'm just saying. Was I looking? Sure was. Trying to see everything you got going on in the back and in the front. I see you had your little song called OnlyFans. You got an OnlyFans page, boo? Where's the Twitter? Because we trying to find out what's going on. But it sure look like you ain't having no drawers. I'm just saying. I saw the whole crack of your ass through them overalls. Anyway, Londi then does this whole thing. Oh, we all need to talk and have this kumbaya moment. The fuck for what? What the fuck for? These things never end well. Whenever you try to have these, I wrote right down right here. Why this never ends well. See, why this never ends well. Because it never ends well. It never ends well when you do these kind of kumbaya. Everybody need to talk it out. Bitch, we don't need to talk shit out. We ain't friends. We ain't gonna be friends. We ain't trying to be friends. We don't like each other. We don't got shit to talk about. Definitely we don't need to be talking about no fucking fight that we just had. Ain't nobody here with certification in therapy or psychology or, mental, clinician or anything with, conflict resolution. So why the fuck are you talking to about this shit to a bunch of people who can't stand each other, and you thinking it's gonna go well, and you thinking because you yell and morph into the Incredible Hulk and start yelling and screaming that it's gonna make it go well? No, that's not how this works. This is real life. A mess. Sean calls out DeAndre. Baby Sean said, girl, You won't have a moment on me, boo. And Sean gave DeAndre the business. They start going back and forward. They start yelling at each other. And Lon D picks up his cue and morphs into the Incredible Hulk. And he started yelling and screaming and everything. And it was like, girl. Now, let me help you out, Lon D. You're the boy who cried wolf now. Every time somebody get to yelling, you want to yell louder, talking about what you gonna do, talk about, oh my God, if you do this, I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, it's gonna be me and you. Oh, I'm gonna tear this whole shit down. Oh, you gonna end up in the pool. Girl, you done said that 3, 4, 5 times, and you done been in the presence of 3, 4, and 5 arguments and fights that ain't shit happen. Girl, boom, either you gonna do something or shut the hell up. Because all of this morphing and yelling into the Incredible Hulk and yelling and kicking and screaming and all that shit, we don't care no more. This shit ain't cute. Like, girl. DeAndre gets up like he's gonna leave, but then doesn't leave because he remembered that the cameras was there, and Mama wasn't gonna miss a moment was of being on camera, so she just walked to the back there. Baby, the way Sean sat there perched as if he was Princess Mulan on her throne of glory, reading. The way Sean sat there perched, reading DeAndre into oblivion. I was here for it. I was here for all of it. Shout out to Sean. Sean, you did that, honey. Mama sat there so calm, cool, and collected like, girl. Real girls do real things. Now, I ain't gonna lie. As much as I do come for Sean fashion, because, girl, I'm still waiting to see something that looks good. However, DeAndre, Sean might look bad, but, baby, you look the fucking fool. I have yet to see you, DeAndre, in anything that a sighted person wants to see. I have yet to see you wear anything that any sighted person wants to see. Girl, they started doing the whole degrees things. I got this many degrees. You got that many degrees. I went to this school. You went to that school. Child. Some of y'all, don't start calling out schools because some of y'all going to embarrass those institutions of higher learning. And DeAndre, you over there calling out FAMU, which is a very reputable institution. And you're not making FAMU look too good. The way you be rolling out on this good show. Girl, boom. Anyway, it went off from there. In the closing credits, they did something where it was some hacker and somebody hacked into the system, and an old member of the show, cast member, supposed to be coming back. If I'm a betting man, I'm saying it's probably Premiere. It's either going to be Premiere or King Kane, but King Kane lives in Atlanta now, so I don't see it being him. So the only person who I'm thinking that it might be is Premiere. I don't see who else was on the show. Antonio. Shit. I don't even remember who else was on the show. Wooda was on. Wasn't he on season 1? I know it ain't Trey Womack. Oh dear God, no. Girl, I know it ain't Trey Womack. Girl, if Trey Womack on. If they reveal new person, the person that used to be on the show that's back at this Trey Womack, girl, I'm gonna be over here hollering. I definitely will be back because, girl, we gonna drag Trey Womack if it's him coming back. But if I'm a bet man, it's probably Premiere. That's all they gave us, honey. That was the whole show. Listen, if you see me next week, look for me. If you don't see me next week, then don't look for me. I don't know how much bandwidth I have left for these girls. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. Y'all out.